So the War Powers Resolution was passed by Congress in the wake of the Vietnam War as a way of trying to restrain the president's ability to engage in armed conflict if he was doing something that the Congress disagreed with. It set up a mechanism where Congress can consider war powers resolutions that would limit the president's ability to act in certain situations. Today, we're seeing the House take up a resolution to limit the president's ability to deal with Iran in a military way. Well, I think Democrats want to get on the record being opposed to the president's actions. They want to say that he needs to come to Congress for an authorization. The president and pretty much all Republicans strongly disagree with that, so there's a real partisan difference in the approach to this issue. The bill is likely to pass the House. It probably will today. Then it'll go to the Senate, where it will likely be tabled and not considered, and it will never reach the president's desk. So I think that's going to be determined by events on the ground in the Middle East, in Iraq, in Iran, vis-a-vis U.S. and U.S. troops in the region. Does something else happen? Is this something that Congress could take up again? Will there be a change in mood? Will the American people come out against what the president has done? I think what the president has done has been modestly popular with the American people. So right now there's not a real demand to limit his options. So if events on the ground change, you could see new legislation or this old legislation being taken up and perhaps a different result. I think that's unlikely, but it's certainly possible. There may already be someone acting as mediator. We don't know who's carrying messages back and forth between the two capitals, between Washington and Tehran. I kind of assume someone is, and there's some third country or third person who is helping bridge the gap. I think right now, again, we're in a very good spot. Conversation is always good. I think everyone is hoping for a continuing diplomatic resolution to the current situation. Doesn't change the fact that on the ground there are huge differences between U.S. interests and Iranian interests, particularly in Iraq. So I think we're going to see continued trouble in Iraq. There are a bunch of militia forces in that country that are loyal to Iran. Meanwhile, the government is officially allied with the United States, so there's natural tension there. We have to keep our eye on this. This is not going away. It's in a good spot right now, but it's not going away.